Once you've started to enter a number of tasks, as we have here on the My Bedroom with Tasks file, then it's worth considering breaking these tasks down into logical groups. As with, in this case, my bedroom, I might want to break down the first lot here all the way down to 6, so 1 to 6 is really about emptying the current contents of the room to get it ready. And then we have another batch here, 7 to 11, which is about prepping the room before we put things back in. So we're sanding the woodwork, painting the woodwork, hanging the wallpaper, and fitting a new curtain pole. Now, if I want to break these down into logical groups, then I do that by creating a summary task. Now, in order to create a summary task, I need to insert a task above the section I would like to have my summary. So effectively here, I would like a summary task above this point. So I go to row 1. In this case, I've right-clicked the row 1 task and insert a task, which inserts a task above the current task. Because this is going to be my summary task, I just put the name of the summary, which is going to be empty room. Now I don't need to put anything in the duration, I can leave that as the default, because what I now want to do is effectively take tasks 2 down to 7 and make them subtasks of this one. So effectively this becomes the summary. So in order to do that, I select the tasks 2 to 7 by dragging down the task numbers. To then make these tasks become subtasks of the new summary task that I've created, the empty room one, I simply go to the task ribbon, schedule section, this section here, and choose this icon. This will indent the task. And you can see that it says this task becomes a subtask. One click, all those selected tasks then move in slightly, 1/4 inch, and they become subtasks of this summary task. So I haven't actually told the summary task to be a summary task, I've told the tasks underneath it to indent, and then they become subtasks of this task here. The duration is now 5 days. Now because all of our tasks start at the same time, that effectively is just the duration of the longest task. But once these tasks start running after each other, then the duration will increase. Notice also that Project has made the text of my summary task bold so that I can spot it. And in the Gantt chart, I've got a little encompassing bracket that goes around the duration for all the tasks within my summary task. So I could do the same again for this section here. I need to insert a task above sand the woodwork. New task. I call this one prep room. And then I select the tasks underneath it. Now, one little caveat to be careful of is, although I've inserted this new task here, you can see that actually it's a subtask of empty room, which I don't want it to be. I want it to be its own section. So I need to move it back a little. I do that with this little icon here, outdent. And that moves prep room back to be on a level with these ones. So when I indent these, so I highlight all of them, and then indent, they then become subtasks of this summary task prep room. Now, obviously, if you're planning this out beforehand and then entering, you'll actually have your summary tasks entered at the right stage and not have to be entering them subsequently, which will stop that problem of that one becoming level with these. So you shouldn't, hopefully, need to be playing with outdent too often. Now, there is actually another way of creating a summary task if I do undo, and again, and again, and again to lose that extra task. What we can do instead, and this is new really, is to highlight the tasks that we want to become part of another summary. On the task ribbon, over on the right here, is an option in the insert group for summary. And if I hover, it says insert a summary task to help organize the task list. If any tasks are selected, which they are grouped under this newly created summary task. So if I click plus there now, you can see that it does some of the work for me. It's indented all those tasks and created me a new summary task. All I have to do now is actually give that summary task a name, which is to prep the room. And you can see the duration is automatic. I can't affect that. This duration here is driven by these durations, and it's not a summary of them, but the total duration of those tasks. And because they're all happening concurrently, what you effectively see is it's the length of the longest task. But as soon as they start being joined together and running after each other, this duration will extend. So again, it's gone bold. And in the Gantt chart, I get the encompass in brackets around the time scale for this summary. So it's just a logical way of breaking your tasks down into groups. Once they're broken down into groups, they can then be compacted. So the little triangle there, if I click, you see it compacts the empty room section, so I don't need to see it anymore. It's not showing on the Gantt chart, it's not showing in task list. So on a project with hundreds and hundreds of tasks, this is a good way of being able to contract sections so you can be looking at what effectively could be the current active section. So that's summary tasks in Microsoft Project.